Hello, Questers. It's Oak Island Day, Tuesday, February 20th, 2024. How is everybody doing from the last time we've met? Hope everybody's fine this week, and we'll get on with the show. It seems it's going to be very exciting tonight. We'll talk about it. It's going to be a quick Quest 30. And we got some promo shots they showed us last week for tonight. And we'll go from there. We'll see if I can do a 2-week show here today and tomorrow. Judy will be with me tomorrow with her synopsis and my 70 screenshots like normal. We'll see how I take it 1 week at a time. Let's get my hellos in here. Wow, you guys got in here early. We got, John, Patsy, Gloria, Ken, no hat tonight, just on Wednesday nights, or if I just do one podcast a week, it'll be hat. But tomorrow, since we're doing a Wednesday podcast on tonight's show, tomorrow is the free Quest hat giveaway. Hello, Jeff M. Hello, Gary. Hello, Patricia. Hello, Brenda. Hello, Curtis. There's Tammy. I hope you're doing okay, Tammy. We're hanging in there. Hello, David. Ray D's in the house. Hello, Daryl. There's Scott. Hello, Tammy Hurst. Yup, Carol, getting better. Hello, Judy. The Professor Daniel. Hello, Renee. We're hanging in there. Hello, Rebecca. Gary Hills, thanks for coming in. Deborah and Carol and Don. Big crew in here tonight. Because it's Oak Island night, Tuesday. And I think it's got a great promo about them finally digging and getting down to the bottom of the garden shaft. Of course, tonight's episode 15, hello, Jan, is called On Target. And then tonight at 10, I'm not going to be on Discord at 10:30 to talk to you guys, because I'm going to be watching the drilling down from 10 to 11. This way they don't try to sneak anything by me. So I won't be on Discord tonight. Next week, it's called Dark and Stormy, episode 17. That's got to be on all the rain that came in the summer. And March 5th, hello, Robot. You're welcome, Robot. We need a picture. And March 5th, episode 18 is called Piling On. And piling is spelled Piling, piling on, like pylons. So we'll see. Yeah, Dave, or the hurricane. Dark and stormy. Like I said, tomorrow night I'll be on with Judy at 6:45. Screenshots, free hat, etc. Try to get back to our normal schedule. So there's no hat for today. Yup, Daniel. Hello, Hugh. Getting all our hellos in here. And I want to thank Jan Scorza. She went to the book signing, or one of them this weekend, and allowed me to post some pictures of her at the book signing. She's a member of Quest and a member of many other groups. And it's great to get this out there. I thank her so much for sharing this with us. We're on Facebook, YouTube, and Twitter Live tonight. Of course, tomorrow night, I thank all my members for all their support individually. Not really on Tuesdays. I just give a roundabout thank you for all your support. You've been with me all these years. I thank them so much. And don't forget with Charlotte and Daniel at the Oak Island Compendium. Please go see them. Their blog, very factual, very entertaining, very, very good. All righty. Let me bring up some pictures of Jan. Let me see on this side. All right, here we go, guys. Some pictures from Jan. Okay. For the YouTube world to see. Hello, Stu Wilson. There's Christopher Morford to the right and Corian Mall to the left. I do see a bottle of wine or a bottle of whiskey in front of me. So they know how to present. Hello, Linda. Yep, I'm feeling much better. We're going to try to be regular this week, tonight and tomorrow podcast. But if it knocks me out, we'll just have to go back to one day. We'll see how it goes. Rum, Daniel Spinel says. They know how to party. And here's Corian. You know what that picture is? Poisson. Pirate rum. Yeah, could be. Tammy wants him to come to Memphis for a book sighting. I hear you. And there's our member. Thank you so much, Jan, for letting me present this to the world. The Shepherds of Arcadia. She already asked Corian. And there's Jan with Corian. Jan, did you give him a kiss for me? That's the big question. And there's Christopher Morford. A big kiss and say, this is from Johnny. Way to go, Jan. I thank you so much. And there's the team right there. Thank you so much, Jan. And what came today in the mail? There you go, guys. The Jerusalem Files. The Secret Journey of the Menorah to Oak Island. I received it today, about 290 pages. Looks like a big read on history, a big read on backgrounds, going way back. So I have to read it. And there it is. Good day, Hobo. So we'll see what happens. I wish them all the luck in the world on their book. Of course, I got a signed copy. I thank them so much. Thank you so much, Corian and Christopher. You guys are the best. And go to their webpage and link. And I don't know if Daniel Spino has the link in his blog to go buy this newer book. I looked at it, but my brain is a little bit scattered. Okay, Judy. Judy's in. I'm 4 pages to the end. I look for a lot of colored pictures. I didn't find any, Judy. Did you find any colored pictures in there? And Daniel says yes. In their recommendation section on the Oak Island Compendium blog with Daniel Spino and Charlotte Wheatley. I also have a little information about 2024 tours. This is what I got. Oak Island tours for 2024. They're still trying to come up with a plan. No answer yet. That's of yesterday. Oh, this nose. That's what I got for the tours of Oak Island for 2024. We're still trying to come up with a plan / no answer yet. So I don't know. Maybe they'll come up with something. Cross your fingers. But you always can go to Tony Sampson's Salty Dog Tours. Get a boat tour around the island. Get a pint. Have a drink. Relax with Tony Sampson. And Tammy's got the Audible of the Jerusalem Files, which is good. Yup, Gloria. Thank you. So at least it's something. It's better than saying no plan at all. Better than saying forget it, no tours. But they'll come up with something, I think, by March and make a statement on their website and on their Facebook page, the official Oak Island Tours Facebook page. So we'll look for that. We'll look for that. But that's what I got as of yesterday. Now, when I read the on-target description for tonight, this is what it said. On target, History Channel, 9 p.m. USA. After 2 years of waiting, the team receives the Muyan, holy Muyan, Lordy 40 data and learns that the cavity known as Aladdin's Cave may have more secrets to tell. I hear you, Daniel. Hello, Linda. Thanks for coming in. So, like I said, we'll go through some promo shots from last week. Now, it'll be a quick Quest 30 for tonight for the show at 9 to 10. And then from 10 to 11, I don't know if it's a repeat and they stick some things in there. We'll soon find out. It's called Decoding the Swamp. And that's what's on after the show between 9 and 10 o'clock tonight, the USA only. And here's Daniel Spino. In the past, they already had a plan for the year. I hope they do, but probably it's next year. I hope I'm wrong. Okay, Professor? You never know. Never know. All right, let's go through some promo shots and let me hear you. Yeah, the drilling down, some of them are better than the program, Daniel. That's why I want to watch tonight, just in case they sneak something in there. I get more from the drilling downs than I do the show. That's how it's going for me. All right, let's go through some photos because I love photos. Here we got Christopher Morford. He said when I asked him about his hair, he said he had coconut fiber in there. I laughed for about 30 minutes. Thank you, Jen. So Christopher Morford has coconut fiber in his hair. I guess he got it out and looks fine and dandy now. Yep, Daniel, StreamYard always needs permission. They got glitches. It's always glitches. We'll have to see what Christopher says tonight. Yup, Gloria. Daniel says Christopher Morford just went to a Metallica concert. No, Ashley. Hello, Ashley. She will not be doing a synopsis on the drilling down, just the show tonight. If there's something on drilling down that's important, I'll take care of that. And hello, Ashley. I won't be on Discord at 10:30 because I'll be watching the drilling down in case, like I told the people, they try to sneak some sneaky stuff in here. But Christopher Morford now, you got to listen to what he says here about Nolan's Cross, showing that a deposit might be in the money pit. But I thought when Christopher Morford and Corian Mall did the other X's on the spots, they were on the sides of the swamp. So I got to get straightened out in Johnny's brain. Is there X on the spots on both sides of the swamp, like we were told in their earlier presentations? And now Christopher is showing us here money pit action. So they'll clear it up, but they can't say anything until the program is shown tonight. They're very good in replying. So we just want to clarify things up, that when they first presented, the treasure X marked the spots was sort of like on each side of the swamp. And now Christopher is at the cross, Nolan's Cross, showing it's lining up to a treasure spot in the money pit. Now, is the money pit is where the menorah is, or the swamp is where the menorah is? I have no idea. So once this program is shown, everybody keep their eyes open, their ears open, and see if I can get that answer correctly to my understanding. Yeah, it's up to you, Daniel. So that's the question on Christopher Morford, and we'll ask. Now, I think these drilled out stones are on the Nolan property. What do you guys think? On the drilled stones? Hello, Bob Rice. We all got health problems, Bob. Don't worry about it. And the only part of the shows I know where the drilled out stones are was on Fred Nolan's property, remember? No markings on the stone yet, Tammy, but we'll see later on. And here's where they're digging below the garden shaft with a jackhammer, and that's why that squared out spot looks so squared. It's from the jackhammer shovel, as you see. Hello, Terry. Thanks for coming in. And Dr. Spooner says this is part of a larger human-made structure. Now, Jan, is that the one you would see on Zena's map, or the one they found on Fred Nolan's property? Was that connected? I didn't think the stones that were drilled out were found just by going by an old map, but were not found on the island. Anchor stones, right. They were on the map, but I don't think they were actually found on the island. You can correct me if I'm wrong. So this definitely looks like a Nolan Cross boulder. And Dr. Spooner, I'm still looking for that truckload of silver. I'm not looking for rocks. I'm looking for expendables. All right, the cone-shaped stone, not the drill stone. Right, right. Dr. Spooner says this stuff that they were digging up out of this muck came from an excavation. Hello, Andre. Thanks for coming in. Renee says, I don't think the drilled hole is all the way through the other side. Anchor stones require the entire hole to be drilled out. An excavation from where? You know what I mean? We got to think way back when. Could be, Andre, the third rock from the solar system. Yeah, we'll take just about anything right now. But it does awful look like Nolan's boulders. The size, the shape. And there's the schedule. I don't have things in order. Get away, Johnny. Erwin did provide where the anchor stones were, right? Were. Not that they were still on the island by the old 1939 map. So, like Daniel says, I think this boulder is very significant to tie things in. There's Jan, she knows. Renee, two different stories. One is an anchor stone that matches the other one on the Nolan side of the swamp. Yep. And the other one is nothing to do with the anchor stones. It's just a survey stone. Thank you so much, Jan. What do you think they're going to find on the bottom of the garden shaft? Are they going to jackhammer through the top of the ceiling of the 6-foot tunnel? Yup, Luann. Always endless new information all the time. All the time. Every minute. Daniel says remnants of human activity. Maybe we'll hear a little bit more about that boot and heel they found in the swamp. Actually, an empty rum bottle. But we got to see what Christopher Morford has to say, and then we can go off on that. You know what I mean? Please like the channel if you can, support if you can. Hit that notification bell. Whenever I'm on, that notification bell will tell you Johnny's on or throwing a video up. Again, I want to thank Jan for letting us show the pictures of her going to the book signing. Hope this island doesn't sink. Yeah. Andre said they'll find an old shovel. But for it to be that deep and 6 foot high is some kind of strange stuff. You know what I mean? And again, like I said last week, with their borehole system, get pieces of wood all the way down. Average out the dates. Who knows how old the wood is or when they put the wood in? You know, that's very, very susceptible to all kinds of dates. And like you got to go by an average, you know what I mean? Hello, Bradford. I think the tunnel will be collapsed after all these years. Yeah, there are several activities going on involved in Oak Island over all these centuries. Yeah. Like Daniel says, the trick is discovering the very first exploration and use. Original. The original diggers. Will we ever? I don't know. I don't know. But on the wood, we got to start finding some shiny stuff. Got to find something to put in our hand, like Marty says. But then he says next year they're going to use, if they find a target, and if Muyan, holy Muyan, has something at Aladdin's cave, they're going to bring the caissons back. Yep, they got pumps running, Jan. And here's Robot. Yeah, I remember that, Robot. I hope they lift up this anchor stone and look underneath it. like Fred Nolan did with Cone A in the swamp. He found a stove and metal eating utensil underneath it. Correct, Robot. Correct. Daniel. Who were they? Why were they there? And why Oak Island? Been asking that stuff for me every night and every day for 11 years, Daniel. Hello, Lewis. It's a short one. Tomorrow night's a longer podcast. And see if I can make it. Tonight's a quick quest. Yep, they do it to lead us on into the next season. Yep, the hook. They put the hook in us. Yeah, they got pumps running all the time in their garden shaft with all the floods and rain and hurricane they had up there this summer. That has to be a constant pump in that garden shaft. There were a lot of people that like to play with stones and write on stones for some reason. You'd think they'd say, well, after pounding on this rock for 3 years and I only got one sentence on it, maybe I should peel off a piece of bark. Maybe that'll be easier to write on. Pot C, I agree. I think not of all of it, or a large part of that tunnel will have collapsed. Yeah, gotta be. 240 years old, under all that dirt and fill and dig, back and forth. At 170 feet, you got the solution channel going back and forth. You got voids all over the place. It's got to be a mess underneath there. But this is what Muyan Technologies is supposed to show us. And I hope when they show us about Aladdin's Cave that the Muyan data did pick up something. Something square, something to save us. Because I'm very disgusted on what Muyan has showed us, or should I say the editors have showed us so far. Yup, Gloria, plus all the holes. Unbelievable. Unreal. Don't know. You got to find chisels. You got to find shovel handles, pickaxes. If they broke it, though, Jan, in the old days, they wouldn't leave it there. They would repurpose it. They would reuse everything. A chisel, a shovel, a pickaxe, an axe. So I think that's why the place is so clean. I don't think it's a big cover up. I think that's how they process stuff long ago. Reuse it, make it something new, reuse it as the same tool. And that's why we don't really find much. Could be, Terry. So everybody waiting for their Jerusalem Files book. I got mine today. Everybody's getting them in the mail. Again, I want to thank Corey and Christopher Morford, Corey and Mall, sending me a signed copy. Question, John. Did you notice they finally stated was? Yeah, I posted it. Yep. I got it on one of the podcasts and I screenshotted it. Salt water coming in the garden shaft. Okay. Flood tunnel? Yup, Judy. We still got the red gem coming. It's supposed to belong in a museum. Nothing on that. We can go through a lot of things that they haven't showed last year. Hello, Amy. There's a lot of things that have to be buttoned up that they just leave open-ended. You know, we get to Emma. At least we get some closure on surface finds now. You know what I mean, guys? Yep, the finger drains. Linda? Yep. So obviously, salt water, the ocean is getting in there. Even though the well's there, the top part is spring water, and the bottom is salt water. And there are wells there on the island. Fresh water. I wish they would dig the eye out completely. Because I remember big boulders on the eye. Do you guys remember the eye of the swamp? And I was looking for pictures for that earlier. And they were going through a ton of big boulders. And to the right of that, I think it was a bunch of blue clay. Remember that, guys? Let me hear you. The eye of the swamp. The boulders in the eye of the swamp. Yep, Daniel, the blue clay. I remember the blue clay all over. I wish they would go more in depth with the eye or Mercy Point. But that's just me. Hello, Kathy, the hook. The hook's in the house. The ship buried in the swamp in relation to where they're digging now. No, they're not even close, Terry. And they drilled out the whole swamp. They had a floating drill rig all over the swamp. If a ship was burnt in that swamp, all those boreholes on that floating drilling platform would have came up with so much charcoal you can light a slaughterhouse on fire. Could be. Probably maybe just nothing was found. But I wish they would say things like that. Okay, the eye of the swamp, it's a done deal. We found nothing. We move on. Nope. They leave everything open. Yep, Amy, it's not burnt now, the wood, the planking. But don't forget, the swamp and the road in front of the swamp was not there. When they made that swamp, whatever, in 1200, everything from the bay got washed into the swamp. It just got in there, piling in there. All debris, all kinds of stuff. That's what I'm saying, Daniel. And these are just pieces of debris that washed in. That's why you got that one piece of wood from 600 AD. Some of the wood is from the wharf. And some of that wood was maybe to block the swamp itself, to make it a swamp, like a retaining wall made out of wood. Hello, Bedrock. Yep. They found a tunnel when they dug that big hole in the flat area. And that's when Rick went into the bucket and went down that big hole. And that tunnel was going towards the money pit. But then they covered it up. Hello? Tony Sampson's in the house. Don't forget, go see Tony, Salty Dog Tours for 2024. Tell him Johnny sent you. And go have a beer with Tony. Thanks for coming in, Tony. And so at least you know Tony Sampson's got the boat tours for 2024. Like I was telling him, Tony, as I talked to my connection, they're still trying to come up with a plan, but no answer yet. This was of yesterday. So I hope everything's good with you, Tony. But there's Jan. If there was a ship down there after this long, it would be smashed out of shape from all the mud and muck moving over it year after year. So you do get broken pieces of wood. I hear you. I don't know if they're writing a book, Terry, but after this is done, they should. But who knows what they're doing. I don't know if I'll ever make it up there, Tony, but if I do, I'll look you up. You know that. But tonight's show, they're down in the garden shaft with a jackhammer. They got all the mud out, all the water's out, and I guess they're on top of the ceiling of the 6-foot tunnel. So I think that's pretty good to be at that situation tonight. What do you think, guys? Let's see if we can answer Jim. Hello, Jim. Why are target depths different? Some are 90, some are 160, garden shaft 95, and the different depths don't make any sense to me. It all depends on what information they have, Jim. If they have no information and they're just drilling and hit something at 90, they make a notation on it. But if they had a piece of paper saying, well, this shaft originally was 90 feet, or this shaft was originally 160 feet, a lot of times they drill right down the bedrock. And you saw last week, they drilled down to 211 feet. All depends what comes out of the sausage table, which the material comes out of the drill casing. Could be the flood tunnel. Terry, could be the flood tunnel because they're at the 90 foot deep. Now, what do you know about 90 foot? Like Daniel Spino and Charlotte Wheatley are doing the thing about the 90-foot stone. Well, when they took the 90-foot stone out, what happened? Yep, it just don't make any sense. 90-foot stone, they took the stone out, they came back the next day, the whole thing was flooded. Yep, it just don't make any sense, Daniel. Don't make any sense. Doesn't make any sense. Well, Lori won her hat last week, and she just sent me some pictures. Let me show you some pictures that Lori sent of the hat. Hold on, guys. This is from Lori, who won a hat last Tuesday. And we'll be giving a hat away tomorrow night, Wednesday night's podcast. There she's got a hat in front of the swamp. There it is. She's got the hat in front of the Templars. Got the hat in front of the logo at 10X. In front of the 90-foot stone. And the Templars again. Thank you so much, Lori. She was the latest hat winner. The hat should be on a Templar. What's the latest on Aladdin's Cave? They said tonight the Muyan data and learns that the cavity known as Aladdin's Cave may have more secrets to tell. And I'm just waiting. See if Muyan's going to give us some nice information. Holy Muyan! If not, I'm just going to shake my head. And as Jack would say, no way. Or Jack would say, wow. Hello, Gregory. Yep. So this is what we'll be looking for. Digging on the bottom of the garden shaft. Yep, Gloria. Gary, they're all invited. I don't stone them to come on. If they ever want to come on, they just let me know. They got something to say and show. There's no problem. And Terry's been shaking his head for 11 years. What do you think? What do you think I'm doing? Brutal. Will Aladdin give him 3 wishes? Could be. Yep, he's interesting. Mr. Sampson is a great guy. He's just fantastic. All righty, guys. That's about all I got. For the show. Don't forget, we'll be on with Judy tomorrow night at 6:45 p.m. for a synopsis, screenshots, everything that's going on with the show tonight. Keep your ears open, your eyes open to see what Christopher Morford has to say. And we'll go all through that in detail tomorrow night. And don't forget, guys, what do I always tell you? Remember, members, always go forward. You may get a setback in your life, but just believe in yourself. Believe in your dreams, no matter how old you are, for tomorrow is a never given. And boy, oh boy, Lordy 40, is that true in this crazy, crazy world we live in. This world needs a ton of prayers, more than a ton, quadrillion tons. So as my friend Jan says, you keep smiling, you stay safe, you also stay strong. Stay positive. Keep that positivity going as much as you can, mentally, physically, if you can. Thank you for joining me tonight. We'll be with Judy tomorrow night and a whole bunch of stuff to talk about after tonight's show. I hope you enjoyed tonight's pre-show. Thank you. Take care. And bye-bye.